Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Pemko number 305S SS. This is a piece of perimeter gasketing is what it is. This features a stainless steel holder with a sponge silicone insert. That's what it is. Let's take a closer look at the 305S SS. So the 305S SS is a piece of perimeter gasketing. It can also be used, I suppose, as an astragal. It could probably be used as a stop as well, but you're really going to find it most commonly installed in door applications. I would imagine that you are weather stripping a stainless steel door with stainless steel weather stripping, although not necessarily. But I cannot think of an instance where I've supplied weather stripping that is made of stainless steel. I imagine that that's roll formed, although I don't know it's roll formed. It certainly could be on doors that are not stainless. Weather stripping is going to be made of aluminum. That's not going to corrode like steel will. Interesting point though. These fasteners are ferrous based, so be mindful that the magnet's quite attracted to those fasteners that are there. So the 305S is representative of the profile of this material. It is going to be an SS, which is going to be a satin stainless steel. So it's made of stainless. I'm going to say that this is indeed stainless, and the screws may be as well, because stainless will pick up magnetic properties when it's machined and tooled and worked. So I'm going to say that that is the case with this. It sure has a finish that makes it appear to be stainless steel. Okay, so the 305S SS is going to also feature a sponge silicone type of insert. Sponge silicone is going to be flexible, it's going to be durable, it will be really good with attenuation of sound because of its sponge type nature with all of its hollow pockets inside. Sponge silicone versus neoprene is nice because in my experience it's more flexible. It will compress a little bit better, be a little bit more forgiving when the door closes. If you have a door that's going to close to the jamb, if that door is warped at all or not plumb, you can you can compress that a little bit better than neoprene. Okay, although I would not say that sponge neoprene or sponge silicone would be considered watertight at all. It's full of little tiny holes, right? So this is number 4 stainless. This there is an image below this video that shows the dimensional properties of the 305. They have it at, and that image is going to be a little bit askew than what it looks like as if it is aluminum. Overall is 1 inch. I mean, they're coming up with about 1 1/8 inches there. I'm coming up with 1 inch. Using it as perimeter gasketing would be very appropriate, or possibly as an astragal, although like a split astragal, but I wouldn't really consider it to be a great option for an astragal because it doesn't really give the ability to have 2 doors if you're going to use it as a split astragal, meaning there's an astragal on each door, but you certainly could use it on 1 door alone. If you had a pair of doors and you had the active door, you could apply that to the face of the active door and seal against the face of the inactive, provided the inactive door required that active door to be open first, meaning independent egress of each leaf was not going to be mandatory. Okay, so the 305S SS used as perimeter gasketing would be a really great option on your stainless steel type doors. We don't sell a lot of it because it's stainless steel, and according to the information down below, tells us that it is an astragal or perimeter gasketing with sponge seal with a number 4 stainless type of holder. The material which is the SR1, is held on with double-sided tape, and then the permanent installation is done when you run the screw through that slotted hole. Now, speaking of that slotted hole, there are several of them down the length of the item. This is available in lots of different lengths in the website, everything from 2 foot to 8 foot. You can have any length you want, but we just list those lengths because, in general, they are costly to ship longer lengths. And nowadays, even items longer than 90-inch are costly to ship. But you can have any length that you want. We would just quote that, and more importantly, quote the shipping charge. Okay. Now, if you have need for a custom length, by all means, let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces, and indicate that in the comment field when you order it, and we'll be happy to oblige. Otherwise, your 3-foot pieces will be sent, whatever sizes you order. I might be tempted to have the factory cut this material, but I also might be tempted to not have the factory cut it, and then I would miter it so I can get a very nice tight margin at where my jambs and my header meet in those corners. I'd like the nice tight margin that's there. There is a link below this video to installation instructions, and that's basically talking about measure, cut, secure. There's a link to a document called Cut Sheet, same information that's already being discussed, and then the product brochure as well, which will show you other stainless steel perimeter gasketing. And I mentioned earlier that the image that we have there is not correct, and by the time you're seeing this video, we'll have that all corrected. Even though it's not 1 1/8, it's closer to really to 1 inch is what it is here. And that might just be exactly where the manufacturer placed the gasketing. They probably should have held that a little bit further down. Now, back to the custom lengths. If you order a custom length, we'll not only give you that first slotted hole at the proper distance from the edge, but the proper center to center as well. And again, I would encourage you to do that. This is thin gauge material, which you should not have too much trouble in cutting, but be mindful it is stainless steel. That is a more elastic metal, which is why it's more difficult to cut, because it stretches a lot more before it basically lets go. Available only in a number 4 brushed finish. It's stainless. They don't list it available as polished, so I'm going to say that they cannot do it as polished. Not that I wouldn't ask them if they can do it as polished, but they don't list it as such. Finally, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Pemko products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. I'm partial to Pemko, and it's because I like the quality of the products, I like the value, I like the people that work there because they're responsive and they take care of their client base, and they do a really good job at all of the above. If you have any questions on the Pemko 305S in an SS or any other Pemko product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.